And we are live.
And we are live. Welcome back to the show. This is Nnamdi
I'm Ashley.
and today we're back. We're back to bring you your favorite show where we talk about entertainment, politics, and tech. What's the latest and hottest topics in entertainment, politics, and tech? If you're into this type of topics and you are like the show, feel free to subscribe, share, and comment down below. Let's dive right in. First topic, we're going to go straight to crypto.
Ooh,
What's
your
king on
favorite.
crypto? The Central Bank of Nigeria bans banks from servicing crypto exchanges. It also goes further to say that all regulated financial institutions are prohibited from offering crypto services to anyone in the country.
So no one in Nigeria can use any kind of cryptocurrency? Like it's illegal now?
Bitcoin adoption in Nigeria, right? Technically, you can't. I mean, I don't think they can enforce going after people because,
But how are they going to enforce that?
well, financial regulated financial institutions can't provide you those services, but a lot of people are going to find ways to use the crypto. That
Change
that brings me
and use it like that, right?
right. So it's just reminiscent of what China tried to do back in 2016 when they banned cryptocurrency. We've heard these type of rumors. People in the crypto community call it FUD. Uh,
What do they call it? FUD.
FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's an acronym that most people in the
FUD.
crypto community will use it to describe any type of news out there that's aimed at discouraging people from adopting cryptocurrency. And if you know any, if you've been around long enough, like, you understand that
Mhm.
this is more of a power play by the incumbent
Right.
financial institutions and the governments who are bent on keeping the masses in a place of control. They're trying to hold that power because what cryptocurrency offers, especially Bitcoin, is a way out, an ability for
Exactly. And it would be
reg
great for Nigeria.
right, exactly. Because if you're in, if you're involved in remittance or international remittance, or if you're selling, doing business in the third world country, in a country, let me not call it a third world country, a country like Nigeria, you find how difficult it is to obtain foreign exchange, obtain United
Yeah.
States dollars. Coupled with the fact that the Treasury, the Secretary of Treasury here, they're over here just spraying dollar bills like it's pieces of paper. The dollar is not worth what it used to be. They're still talking about printing out about almost 2 trillion more US dollars. And the more dollars that they print, the more the value of the dollar reduces. That also means that's the buying power. Most people are losing buying power in the United States dollars. So
Yeah.
I think it's not unusual. I
Here?
think huh?
Yeah, go on.
I think it's expected that old heads will issue a ban like this, but they're fighting the internet. They're fighting change. It's a
But isn't
lose.
that the same story everywhere pretty much? Like it's just all the old angry people in charge. They want to keep things as is while progress keeps happening.
They
And
can.
they're just mad about it, especially since progress is happening in such a way where it's allowing like wealth disbursement and it's getting people out of, you know, being low,
Right, lifting people out of poverty.
lifting people out of poverty. It's giving people better lives. The internet, cryptocurrency, um, well, anything internet,
Right.
really.
So
I mean,
you can liken it to the battle between email and fax machines, between horse and carriage and the Ford T series, or
between starting a brick and mortar business or just getting your e-commerce store going.
it's the same battle, and it's a lose lose. It's a losing battle because change is the number one constant. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. It's gonna make people, the unbanked, have an easier ramp to financial independence. They wouldn't require any middleman, any of the central banks. It's just going to completely eliminate them, and that's what they're fighting. But you know, people who are aware and stay ahead of the curve will end up winning this race.
Do you believe people in Nigeria, they're going to find a way around?
Of course. I
Stick
mean,
with it.
of course, you
It's a
can't.
good fight.
Of course, it's also our job as people who are aware of this to educate the people out there and tell them, don't worry about it, man. Accumulate your Bitcoin, stash your Bitcoin. Don't even worry about this stuff because eventually, eventually, it's all gonna play out, and they're all gonna buy. They're gonna figure out a way to what they really should do is allow innovation and just find a way to tax it. But rather than that, they're trying to stifle it. You can't stifle it. You can't hold it down. So
Right.
this
All
ban,
right.
this ban is a waste of time. It's gonna go away in a very short time. Moving right along,
Moving right along. What's next?
we'll go right into politics. Biden says next stimulus checks will be $1,400. How they could be targeted. He goes on to say that I'm not cutting the size of the checks. Biden says they're going to be $1,400. Period. That's what the American people were promised. The president also said the payments need to be targeted to folks making $300,000, so that folks making $300,000 don't get a windfall. The additional payments will be part of a $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief plan.
So that means that people 300 who make $300,000 or less will get a stimulus check? Or is it the same rules as before?
Correct. If you're making $300,000 and up, you're cut off. You don't get it.
Well, that makes a little bit more sense because people who make $200,000 are not wealthy, just so you guys know.
No.
And they also need some stimulus as well.
Yeah,
Thank you.
people like that need.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
But here's the thing. Whether it's $1,400, whether it's $600, whether it's $10,000, doesn't matter. The more that they keep printing out these stimulus checks,
Yeah, you're right.
the dollar value is not worth as much. That $1,400
Is there a better solution then? How to help everyone?
You want to hear it? You want to hear it?
Valuing the dollar.
You want to hear the solution?
What's the solution?
Bitcoin.
I knew you were gonna say that.
It's the truth, because if you get cut, if they give you $600 and you don't immediately put it into Bitcoin, first of all, before they even cut you the check, $600 is not really $600, right? But then you immediately put it into Bitcoin, you've put it into a cash flowing, appreciating asset. So
Okay.
Over time, it becomes an investment rather than if you got $600 and you rushed off on Amazon and bought a bunch of crap that does not appreciate, you're right back where you are. Not only the fact that you're spending more on those items on Amazon, you've lost completely.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't realize that.
So the message about Bitcoin couldn't get out there any faster.
Tell Biden, call him, tell him now.
So they keep lying to American people and telling them, it's like dangling a piece of carrot. It's really sad what the government or our elected officials, because the government is us, but these are people who were elected, but it turns out that they're not beholden. They're not really representative of the masses, the people who they actually represent are
right.
corporations.
Yeah.
Who are and the people who fund their campaigns, because the way the political system and the election system is set up, it incentivizes these politicians to not represent the people's desires or the average workers. They have to be beholden to those elitists and corporate, and those are special interests. That said, the working class now we have to be smart and use the tools that are available to us, i.e. the internet, i.e. trading platforms, investment platforms. Uh,
You
just
know this one from stimulus checks to everyone get some Bitcoin
go get some Bitcoin.
and start your business on the internet.
Get some Bitcoin.
Don't wait on the government. They're gonna keep teasing us with these dangling carrots. Okay, moving along. What's next?
moving right along. Uh, okay, so we wrap it up on entertainment, and the film that we just recently watched is Kindred.
Kindred.
Read a horror movie by that was initially released November 6, 2020. Director is Joseph Marcantonio. Producer Jack Lowden. It's a British independent film, award winner for Best Supporting Actress. I wonder who the supporting actress was.
I don't know. Maybe it was like the friend or something. She didn't do much.
I hope they didn't. I hope that they did not overlook the main character and give the award to somebody else. Okay.
The main character is the main character. It's very obvious who the main character is. But I think the Thomas character and then the mom, those definitely would be more like supporting characters.
I'm trying to find out who they gave the award to. And Fiona Shaw. They gave it to the mother-in-law. Are you freaking serious?
Wow.
Okay, so let me address something here real quick. It is really, first of all, the movie is kind of like I think it's a cut or a hybrid between the movie Get Out and another movie that's called Die Die,
Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's Baby. So I think they were trying, it's this indie film type of thing where it's dark, it's horror, but it's also intriguing and mysterious because a lot of it is not explained. But they do a terrible job. The director does
They
not
don't go hard
they don't
on
develop
anything.
they don't develop the characters.
Yeah, they don't develop the characters. They didn't go really hard with the thrillers, with the mystery. So you're still kind of like left in the air, like, is there more coming? Like, are they going to do more creepier things? Because
Right.
they don't really.
They
It's
don't.
just
Compared to if you remember what Get Out was, they Get Out
yeah.
went there. They
Get
took,
Out was like
you know, I mean,
no,
you knew that they
yeah,
were creepy, and then they eventually revealed themselves as creepy. Here, we're left in the dark. We don't know if the
the
family is
time.
creepy or not. We don't know if the girl's crazy or not. It's just confusing. And
Yeah, so in the very end, we're still not sure if the girl, this was all in her head and the family was, just a family, was just crazy, in-laws, and she's just having issues with her in-laws, or maybe the family was actually very creepy and they were kind of holding her hostage. We don't really know. And
exactly.
then they kept throwing in the fact that she has mental illness in her family. So maybe she is mentally ill. So we don't know if she's just crazy this whole time or
Here's
if like,
here's
yeah.
what I think is going on here.
Uh-huh.
They had a very good opportunity to go like make this movie a good movie, but I think that the bias between the writers and the casting, the directors, the producers, which were all predominantly white. I mean, the only black character, the face of the movie, the character
The
named
star,
Charlotte,
the main character. Yeah.
it's like it's like a fight between real world racism and racism in the movie, in the script.
Mm.
First of all, she's treated the way she's treated, I think, because of racism that exists out there in the British way. That racism is not overt. It's more like a class type of racism where it's like, we're white and we belong to this Victorian race or whatever, and you're the outsider type of deal. You can see it in the dynamics of the characters in the movie. But then you take it one step, even step out with the writers, the people who actually wrote the movie and directed the movie, and the ones who gave this award. You find out that the racism also exists outside of the script. You know
So they didn't want her to win
exactly,
either way.
exactly. she could have taken this movie really far because her character did a pretty good job in her act. But I found out that the lines that she was given restrained her from being who she
Yeah, I
was.
get that.
A lot of the times there was shots of her where she was just sitting there with no real lines, nothing, you know.
Yeah, she could have did a lot more, but I think they didn't let her.
They didn't let her. There was even a scene where the first of all, how do you lock this is in this age and time, how do you lock somebody up in a castle and she's not able to get out? It's and even if there's certain things where certain scenes where like the doctor showed up and he's yelling at her. And she's telling the doctor, no, she's telling everybody, I don't want this doctor. And the doctor comes in, a
And
white
it's
old
something
man,
to the same doctor.
and he's yelling at her like, you're gonna
Any
do
healthcare
this.
system, they'd be like, "Oh, this you don't want this doctor. Let's get you a new doctor."
How difficult is that,
But
So
no, they keep throwing this doctor at her.
it's bizarre. So it's like she could have been, they could have let her ride this thing and take it. And if they let her and developed her character, because there's a lot about her that we still don't know. We were never told. She was just a very
Right.
plain two-dimensional character, and they dragged her along
Yeah.
like that the entire way. Took her rights away from her without explanation, without even giving the audience the benefit of doubt. You know,
Yeah, they could have did a lot better with this.
it's really
A lot.
sad what happens to great projects, movie projects that could have been better, but because of people's inherent bias, they just ruin it. You know,
Mhm.
compared to a movie like
Maybe they could make an American version of this film.
no, it already exists. Get Out was a pretty darn good job by Jordan Peele. He did an amazing job with that movie. So we'll leave that piece of art right there.
Leave that alone.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Leave that piece of art. Hey,
Okay.
so this was really cool. This is great. Sorry that you have to watch us through with a lot of interruptions because we're on Zoom. Thanks to Zoom, we can still host our show remotely. Isn't that cool?
It's pretty cool. I like it.
Like I'm having ideas now. Like, you want to watch a movie later through screen
Mhm.
share?
May as well.
Hey, it's been great. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share this video if it brought you value. Until next time,